Astro Wake, Thomas Wake, aka Prince Scorpio _13. Check me out on IG. Let's talk about the freaking heavens together. Oh my goodness. We'll do maybe throw some cards. Ask our guardian angels to help us out. We get rid of all negative energy that might be sucking our energy away from us. And we cut off those vampires by saying, I am sovereign over me and my energy, and I only want it connected to the source of everything good. And you do that powerfully. You point your finger, your magic wand, while you do that. Put that into freaking existence. Because there are spiritual freaking vampires out here. Scorpio season. I'm a Scorpio. That's my name. Sun. Okay, which gets me back to this other. We'll get into that a little bit more, but don't let them Halloween vampires suck your freaking energy. Now, we have, because when I do, see, if I do this as general, so it'll work for all the signs. Because then if I just do Scorpio, if I just do individual ones, it depends where this falls in your chart and in what house it's going in. And not everybody has their houses set up so neatly with Aries as your ascendant and Aries as your sun. That'd be the easiest chart to read because that's the chart of everybody. Okay, so let's get into it. I'll start apologizing for maybe it takes a lot of time to do that. Maybe I'll do it again next month. Maybe I'll start doing videos constantly. Alright, shut up. And what have we got? We have kind of a weird thing. We have Uranus, who just, as I'm reading this, is at the 29th degree and 59th minute. He literally just stepped in retrograde motion from Taurus into Aries. Okay, what does this mean? That means we had a little taste of a shakeup to, a foreknowledge of a shakeup to our world. What does Taurus rule? Earth, fixed Earth. When Uranus comes in there, he falls there. He's in detriment. He comes in there and he does not like to be there because it's a conflicting Uranus, the great heavenly mind changer that does not care about if you are ready for this change. If not, it doesn't even care. It could be a good thing. He's going to change it to make it a bad thing. It could be a bad thing. You're coming to change it to be a good thing. It doesn't care. It's just there to change. That's why Libra is very Librarian, and Libras, they serve as, they come into your life, but Libras are a little bit more karmic of a change. That's why Saturn, the father of karma, is exalted in Libra, and it holds down the middle decan. This is where my freaking Saturn is. Damn you, Saturn. But now, so we had a little bit of taste. Now it goes back into Aries, which is a fire sign, mutable. I mean cardinal. So at least it's moving. It's trying to initiate new ways of doing things. So now, perhaps as Uranus comes back in there, it'll give us that energy to really be all right with the change and to try to handle it as best as we can. I think it's going to be a financial collapse. And you know what? I think we need it. But I think it's being orchestrated by the freaking elite. I think it's going to backfire on them. Do you know that George Soros single-handedly caused the collapse of the British economy? It's on freaking Wikipedia, who tells you nothing. That's why in college you're like, where you get that on Wikipedia? Gosh. They freaking, that's the cover-up central. But occasionally, through popular, like, demand, they'll put something in there just because they have to, and then they drop it, and then you go look into it on your own, and you're like, oh, shit. I'm everywhere tonight. You know why? Mercury's in Sagittarius. Mercury is the lower vibration of Uranus. So, it's mentality. Remember we talked about Uranus, like the mind of God. Mercury is like your own little mind, picking around. And then so, it likes to be in Virgo Earth. Because then you can bounce around Earth, it slows them down, and you can get to work and freaking plan. And then it likes to be in air. It likes to be in the masculine signs. That's why they say Mercury's androgynous. But they always have him dressed up with as a dude, and for good reason. Because maybe he's like a young dude. They look a little bit girly, maybe. So in air, we have Gemini. I'm surprised Mercury likes to be in air. So wait a second. So it's got because it's in Earth, and Earth is feminine, and air is masculine. Maybe that's where we get the androgyny from. But you know what? Mars, it's masculine in Aries, where Uranus is just going. But it's femme in Scorpio. So Pluto came in, but with the ancients, Mars is the ruler. And it's Mars in water. Then we have Marina. Mary means like a rebellious woman in the Hebrew language that it came out of. That's why they tried the Virgin Mary as like being this like quiet, like humble, like subservient mother with a name like Mary. You're a rebel, right? You're a badass bitch. So we have Uranus stepping into Aries, where it was for the last 8 years. So maybe we'll have some things that were changed through that 8. And then we just have the North Node going into so much change going on today. So we have a sign changing from Earth into fire. So we expect to be a little bit more fiery. But Uranus is it's an outer planet. It's outside the rings of Saturn, the comet belt. So it's outside of our physical body. It's not in the chakras that are in our body. It's on the outer, like, heavenly ones. So it's a change that you're not going to be like Mercury retrograde. Mercury is very freaking there. Mercury is in retrograde. You feel that. It's a little bit more obvious. These outer planets, when they go in retrograde, it's not so obvious. But it's slowly working, and you'll see it on, like, a big, like, political government level. I bet you will have lots of changings of parties, which is always true. But it's a change. Change. And now opposing this little doohickey